0-0 is our scoreline for this women's semifinal at the LPRT TeamRoot.com Classic. Herrera, she got that. Mendez wants skip. And we start with an appeal. Line judges disagree, overturned. It was a skip. I think Mejia trying to sell that one. Questionable ethics. I think she knew that one skipped. Sweet home Alabama bellows to my left out of the speakers. Well, somebody's going home without a title. It's one of these two, Mexico or Argentina. Mexico represented by Alexandra Herrera and Montse Mejia. Argentina on the left, Natalia Mendez on the right, Maria Jose Vargas. These two teams, very talented, have played together for a while now. They know each other's skill sets. They know how to play as a team. This could be a really, really good match.
0-0.
Our official for this match, Cassie Lee.
I have 0-0.
Should be 1-0.
Should be 1-0. I have 0-0.
Both teams declaring 1-0. So here we go. Mendez serving. Little interesting matchup, of course, because Herrera, a lefty on the left side. It's 2 versus 3, but I'm gonna call the potential for an upset here. I think Herrera and Mejia can win this match. I think they will. Team Argentina are here courtesy of saving 3 match points. Yesterday against Enriquez and Mejia. They did it by switching to this, what you're seeing here, with Mendez on the left, Vargas on the right.
1-1.
Mendez typically plays on the right, but they made the switch, and it made a big difference for their team. Oh, says Vargas. We'll see an appeal. I think she got it. One disagrees, one doesn't see. So it should be a replay. Just a little clarification there for Cassie Lee. One disagreed, one said no call. And so it ends in a replay. Plenty of drama to start this match. Herrera serving. Oh my gosh.
And yes, it is.
Avoidable hinder. If you want an example of what that is, go back 30 seconds ago. Or you know what? Just stop right now. Watch that one. 2 in a row.
2-1.
Skip ball Vargas.
3-1.
strike yet. Hit that. Oh, no, not like that, though. Skip ball, Herrera, deep in the right side.
1-3.
So doubles, very different to singles, different dynamics. You've got to work with a partner. One has to be the leader, the other the follower. We saw last night how Mendez established herself as the leader of this doubles pair. On paper, Vargas the better player, but that's in singles. In doubles, Mendez seems to be the one who takes control, who has the ideas, who controls the emotions of her partner. Herrera and Mejia, I don't know.
2-3.
I have a feeling that Mejia is the one who controls these matches. Extremely intelligent player, Mejia. Didn't play well yesterday against Longoria, and confessed as much to me after the match. Wasn't happy with the way she played. She's looking for a little bit of revenge. Great hands, Herrera.
5-3.
Argentina coach Quadri sitting to my left. He wants wide angles. I agree, everything coming through the middle. Vargas, go down the line. No. Mendez, what will she do? Can't do that. Mejia has such control. She's so talented. Closing out her junior tenure at the World Championships
Half out. 6-3.
with 2 consecutive titles. Transitioning into seniors, and she's really holding herself well at this division, really transitioned well. Streaming both on Facebook and YouTube, so if you want to get on YouTube and follow along, feel free to do so. And I'm joined by the jamming Freddie Ramirez, enjoying the
jamming. I can't believe Jay played Milli Vanilli. Oh my goodness.
Jay's an old soul.
Old soul. I'm going to be humming that tune the whole night. Thank you very much, Jay.
Jay Josie at the controls,
At the
keeping tabs on the scoreboard. Let us know when he gets it wrong. We'll make sure to remind him.
Sometimes you got to watch that guy, especially with the music.
Timeout on the court, taken by Argentina. Probably a good timeout. I mentioned, Freddie, this. I kind of called this one. I don't usually call him, but I said this I think is going to be an upset. Okay, it's 2-3, but Mejia and Herrera work really well together. They have great shooting skills, and we're seeing it in this first game.
Well, upset as far as like the doubles ranking on tour is concerned, only because Mejia doesn't have as much time playing doubles as the Argentinians, but in my mind,
she's got the skill set.
Yeah, in my mind, it's not. It wouldn't be an upset. I mean, for me, this could go either way. You have former Mexican national champions playing, the Argentinian team. They've met before, right, internationally? Do you remember?
I mean, I'm sure they have, but
just offhand, it's kind of hard to say.
But I will say that Mexico lost the World Championship final to a very inexperienced Bolivia team, so they can fall apart.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I remember like they have played on tour before, and I have seen kind of the dynamic between Alexandra and Mejia. I remember seeing a match that was almost similar to what we saw with the Argentinians yesterday, where Natalia had taken over. I've seen Monse kind of like step up and
Yeah.
kind of like take control, and she's that type of player in doubles.
Yeah, I talked about the captains of the team and suggested that Mejia is probably that, even though she's the junior, the
Yeah.
younger player, the youngest on the court.
Yeah, she's definitely, of the two, seems to be more aggressive, especially in the front court, whereas Alexandra, like you saw in her match against
Longoria.
Paola, yeah, she covers court. Like, she's very deceptive in terms of how much court she can cover. She doesn't look like she's fast, but she's lanky, and her reach is really, really, like, she covers a lot of court. So they're a very interesting team. See how she's in front, kind of like taking the lead there? That's what I know of them in terms of playing doubles together.
And she'll cut the ball off.
Look at that, really smart.
That's outrageous.
Presence of mind, notices the Argentinians caught in the back left corner and just kind of puts it in like soft hands.
This is going to be a good match, everyone. Stay with us and share it. I promise you, these two are very talented teams. We saw a timeout taken by Argentina. Freddie, yesterday they finished the match with Mendez on the left, Vargas on the right.
That's right.
They took a timeout in this match, switched over. It's 3-9. They switched over, Mendez back on the right.
Right.
Wasn't working? Okay, let's go back to what we normally do.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't start normally, right? Because yesterday was kind of like a situation where they had to make an adjustment. Right.
We got to change something. It's not working.
Right. But like, why? I would be more of like, okay, let's go back to what we're normally doing and start the match that way. But now it's like they're back to where they began. Like, now what would be the adjustment?
Well, the problem is they lost a lot of points before they realized that.
Yeah.
Now they're starting to catch up, 5-9. But again, maybe a little too far behind. We'll see. Great serve by Mendez.
Well,
Herrera.
it's a little bit different of a dynamic because you have a lefty and a righty, right? So that the way that they started, which was the way that they finished off yesterday, they may not have a lot of experience kind of like dealing with this. So they're probably feeling a little bit more comfortable now.
9-5.
Yeah, I think if I'm Team Argentina, if I'm Carlos behind me, I go at Herrera.
And then we talked about this, the lefty and the righty when they're playing opposite of what they normally should be playing. There should be like a term for that. Are they playing opposite? Yeah, it's like I'm waiting for you to come up with like,
I'm working on it.
Like a really cool term that,
Terms need percolation.
Percolation. It's like coffee. Now I feel like I want some coffee.
Coffee, racquetball, and tunes. What more can you want here in Overland Park, Kansas?
Vanilli.
Mendez going for too much.
She's looking at the score.
Yeah, I'd really go at Herrera. Really try to jam her.
Yeah.
I mean, her feet are set. She hits a good ball, but go at her.
But I like Monse right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Don't go anywhere near her. She's got the hands.
Well, she's also like, look at her demeanor. I think she's walking around like she believes she's the best player on the court right now.
There's the skip from Herrera.
5-12.
5 serving 12. Natalia Mendez.
Oh, Vargas just
very kind of like, look at Monse. She's very just matter of fact, business-like, not overplaying, because doubles, sometimes the teams tend to overplay. So it's like everyone's hitting hard, like yesterday. But look how she's hitting the ball. She's throwing some off speed. She throws a little power there, but she's, she's waiting.
Look at the contact between
Monse
and Natalia.
Yeah. Monse's not giving anything. Nice hands again, not overpowering, not looking to hit the ball like super hard. Just, playing placement, doubles. I'm very impressed by her. I've always been.
Yeah, I talked about her junior efforts, and that looked like encroachment.
See, look at that.
Great rally.
Look at that. Just little touches.
Oh, my.
Look at the smile on her face. Look
Oh,
at that
my
reach.
gosh.
Oh, that
Oh!
was good.
Everybody enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
What a rally.
Yeah. Monse having fun out there. It's like,
That's important, right?
Yeah,
Sometimes it's just
especially
have
doubles.
fun. Yeah.
Doubles, if you're not having fun, your partner, find a new partner. That's the way I see it. But like you'll see the rallies, especially a rally like that. Everyone's hitting it hard. Look for Monse to like off speed it.
Yep.
Kind of just she's the hands player on this court. Although Natalia has been known every now and then to kind of like just put some soft touch on it.
but nothing like Monse.
Not like Monse. No, she's got like that. Natalia, whereas she'll just slow down the speed of her swing. Monse can just stick the racket out and kind of like direct the ball.
There's what I would do is just
Right
everything
at-
over to the left, hit the sidewall,
Right.
hit at her.
Right at Herrera.
Herrera, yep.
Yeah, because you're not going to get it by her, but you'll get it you'll get it through her maybe, or you'll jam her up. Nice shot.
Yeah, if you go back and go on the IRF YouTube channel, you'll see the final of Bolivia and Mexico, and you'll notice that Monse is starting to get frustrated at Herrera because Monse, feels like she's the better player,
Right.
and was frustrated with Herrera. Like, come on, you got to stay with me here.
Well, that's an experience too. I mean,
but you say that, and Herrera's the more experienced player.
Right. No, but I'm saying an experience on Monse's behalf on how you work with your partner.
Oh, good point.
You know what I mean? It's like partners, if you're not building your partner up, you're working against your partner.
Good point.
So it's kind of like it's one of those things you have to figure out a way. And we have the end of game number 1.
We'll take a break, thank a sponsor. We'll be right back for game number 2. We are back.
We're back.
Tim Baghurst, Freddie Ramirez, enjoying this. It's getting a little more crazy around here. Getting late into the evening. We're having a good time.
Yeah, man. We have Jay playing.
Who
what
knows
is it?
what? Oh, my
it's
gosh.
like that song. Oh, no. What's the name of the song? Jungle Love? Yeah, from Prince.
20 seconds.
Oh my gosh. The scary part is I remember this song. And it's going to be in my head. Thank you very much. So
Well,
Monse's the first one on the court. First one to start hitting around.
she's also the only one who hasn't played today.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is, I've been waiting for this all day. She says, let's go. I'm ready for this.
Yeah.
Vargas, she's played 2 really tough singles matches. Mendez had a tough 5-gamer herself.
Yeah.
Herrera went 4 games
With Paola. Yeah.
and 4 games against Ronda Racich. So, she's
Fresh.
Mejia's fresh. She's ready to go. Let's.
Yeah, look at her. She's like, everyone's just walking in, like strutting,
Right.
getting their gloves together, and she's out there hitting 90 miles an hour.
Yep.
She's hitting harder in practice than she does during the rallies.
And it just goes to show you, Freddie, power is nothing without control.
Right.
And you don't always have to hit the ball super hard to win a rally.
Right.
And
right.
we see so many players, if it's not working, they hit it harder.
Right.
Not softer, not
Right.
more, with more control.
Right. Always know. Presence of mind on the court is big for me in terms of like identifying who has potential on the court, knowing where your opponents are, knowing like the difference in the speed that you're going to hit the ball. Because if you have open court and you blast it, they have more of an opportunity to get the ball. You're making them work for it if you take something off.
Little change up. Mendez going down the middle.
No.
Not a bad strategy.
No.
Hit that.
That big forehand. And
Freddie,
Nice
I'm a
and smooth.
huge proponent.
Time out. 0-0.
When an opponent hits an around the wall in doubles, there's 2 of you. Somebody go up to the middle and take that.
Yeah.
Don't let it wrap around to the back and take that much harder shot.
right, don't let the ball play you.
Yes.
You play the ball. Yeah, I agree with that.
I would say do it in singles too, but especially in doubles when
Yeah.
you're a lot closer and have that opportunity.
Yeah. No, you see some of the best players in the world just don't wait for the ball. They'll step up and they'll take the first shot that's available to them.
1-0.
Because the sooner you get the ball, the more control you'll have over that. I mean, obviously there are some instances where that's not the case, but more often than not, if you're playing the ball, you have control. If you're chasing the ball, you're chasing the ball.
Skip from Mendez.
But you notice just the little off speed, the little difference in kind of where Natalia had to hit the ball. It was kind of like an uncomfortable shot for her, and she skips it. Monse didn't do much. She just kind of like placed the ball.
It's a wide angle. Good
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah,
Half out.
a little too
3-0.
nonchalant by Monse, but it seems to still be working for her right now. Wow, cracks out.
Points a point.
Set
Points a
up.
point.
0-3.
0-3.
She said hit it to Herrera.
I really feel the jam is underused in doubles, especially. I would argue singles too, especially for power drive servers.
No, I agree.
This is the example where, you've got a lefty-righty. So if I'm Mendez, I want to hit that side wall and wrap it behind Mejia over to Herrera, make Herrera move her feet and hit that off the sidewall.
No, you're
And
right.
what will happen,
0-3.
I predict Mejia will try and take it off the sidewall. It's going to be hard to control waist high or above.
Right,
She won't allow it to wrap around.
right.
Great shot from Herrera.
3-0.
Oh my God.
Freddie's referring to the music, by the way,
Oh,
not the rally.
Jay's just going deep.
He's making us feel old.
He's going deep.
2 bounces. Mendez and Vargas just struggling to get the ball deep.
4-0.
Mejia and Herrera controlling inside the encroachment line.
Yeah. Kiri. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
Focus, Freddie.
I'm
Focus.
trying. It's just Jay's got me. He's got me all twisted in this game.
There's going to be tears in your eyes in a minute. Oh, man. We're having a good time. We hope you are.
Boast to the ceiling. Oh.
It's all Mexico right now.
You know, and she's not
6-0.
pounding it. She's just a regular shot, like she's practicing, and she just puts it down where the opponents aren't. And in doubles, you know, you don't see a lot of that, you know, because it's so hard to hit by people, and the action is always kind of like really fast. Rarely you see someone playing like Mejia is playing right now, just, you know, knowing where the players aren't and then utilizing that space using speed, you know, off speed.
Yeah, I agree with you. And people play doubles. It's almost like they shut down their brain sometimes.
Yeah, it's a free-for-all.
And it's just let's just hit it hard so that they can't react.
Yeah. I'm hitting it hard, you're hitting it hard. We're going at each other.
Right, and hopefully somebody will make a mistake or miss something.
No.
You know, Mejia showing so much control.
Yeah. Like she's playing a regular game, you know, with her training buddies.
2-6.
2 serving 6.
You know, that's one thing. I mean, I attribute that a little bit to the age. You know, she's very playful, and you know, sometimes like almost to the point where she's not even thinking this is professional. What a nice shot by her. Almost thinking like it's, you know, not really acting as a professional, like the anti-professional. Like one time at the U.S. Open, she played and she wore a hoodie, you know, and it's like, wait a second, it's the U.S. Open. You know, of course she knew she was, you know, she was in control of the match, and they ended up winning that. But I mean, you know, that's part of being young and kind of having this opportunity to play professional racquetball, like keeping some of that kind of like almost innocence, you know.
Someone who reminds me of that as well is still a junior, Ana Laura Flores.
Yeah.
Same thing, smile on the face. This is just a great experience for me.
Yeah.
And sometimes as these players turn into professionals, they lose the joy because it becomes about the points and the money and the sponsors and all this. It's not funny, Freddie. I'm being serious.
No, I'm not laughing at you.
I know.
He's playing Amadeus. Is this Amadeus? Oh, my God. Rock me, Amadeus. Oh, jeez. Welcome to the LPRT, everybody.
9-2.
Little miscommunication between Herrera and Mejia.
Having fun with it.
Yeah, the winner, by the way, will take on either Salas Longoria or Rivera and Laime. Rivera and Laime have turned out to be quite a good doubles team.
3-9.
And I think deservedly in a semifinal here at a Grand Slam.
Well,
They did really well in Bolivia, too. They're going to give Salas and Longoria a test.
yeah, no, you know what? There's something to be said about those players. Laime, for a young player, is really good. Like technically, she's a really solid player. And Maziel, again, she's like a very athletic player. I like her form. I like the way that she hits the ball. I think she has a lot of potential, you know, in terms of like skill level, you know. And she's a player that needs more time and kind of like she needs that
She
court
needs
time
experience, yeah.
Right, against quality players, like top tier players. That's all she needs because she has the tools. She can hit the ball. I like the way that, you know, her form. So It should be interesting, yeah. But this match is really interesting, too, because you have the front team who's winning.
9-4.
Rather, they're having fun, and the back team just doesn't seem to have an answer right now.
Yeah. Well, the doubles team missing from all this discussion is Sabha Centellas from Bolivia, who are the current world champions. In Bolivia, it was very interesting to see how they would fare, and I have to say they didn't do so well.
Well, there's pressure.
There's pressure, right? They're the current world champions, and it's Centellas is still a junior,
right?
And the pressure is there now. You're world champion. You're supposed to win. You're supposed to be this great prodigy. And maybe the fun was gone from that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a testament to the competition, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you might be a world champion, but how long are you going to be a world champion? It's like holding on to titles, especially internationally, and unless you're, Longoria, it's really, really tough,
Well.
And even so for her, I mean, more pressure for her, too, especially like, Mexican nationals and those kinds of things for her. It's ridiculous.
All right, so trivia question.
Shoot.
Without looking, and we'll see what we get in the chat box. We'll see if you can answer this as well. Centellas Sabha, world champions, lost in Bolivia. Which doubles team did they lose to?
Yeah, I'm stumped.
Let's see what you put in the chat box. Four serving 11.
4-11.
A little communication going on with the Argentinians, just kind of like, all right, we need to get back in this match.
Better for Mendez.
And they switch sides. Now Mendez is in the middle.
Yeah,
Trying to repeat what happened yesterday. And she does. She looks like she's okay. And, she's got that look in her eye like, I need to take charge.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, she took that.
No holds barred right now.
No. Monte's tough.
6-11.
Sandy Rios, good to see you on the chat. Don't say it, Freddie.
Oh, man.
Don't say it.
Did. Good thing you stopped me.
Vargas Mendez is not the right answer. They didn't beat Sabha Centellas. Will Craig got it. It was Rhonda and Samantha. Unusual pairing and very successful.
That's not surprising, though. You have two veterans in there. Nothing to lose because they're playing together, It's like just kind of something that, worked out because Paola wasn't there and, there was no pressure and they had the experience, so.
All right, here we go, 6-11.
Natalia on the front. No.
Oh! Easy, Freddie.
Oh, sorry. It was just like
7-11.
crazy. I'm sorry. Did I scream in your ear?
It's all good. You and I both saw what was coming.
Oh, jeez. When in doubt, take the shot. Oh.
Herrera and Mejia seem to flick in and out of I formation, one in front, one back.
Yeah.
Left and right.
Yeah.
It's getting a little tighter in there. Not so many smiles and happy, smiley faces from Mexico. They're starting to feel some pressure.
Well, yeah, the Argentinians have made some adjustments. They're putting a little bit of pressure on. They're starting to play Herrera a bit more.
We'll have an appeal. I think we'll see this overturned.
No replay overturned.
Yeah, I think it's a correct call.
Yeah.
7-11, replay.
Legit. 7 serves 11.
Unsighted was Mendez. She'll want to replay for screen. Now this time it's Mejia who says, I don't like it. I think it's a good call.
Well, it's a good appeal by Mejia because
Yeah.
she hit a nice little soft shot, and it did crack out.
Yeah, it was just the fact that Mendez was unsighted.
Yeah.
And so you didn't – she's an athlete. You got to give her an opportunity to try and get that ball.
Yeah, but it was cracked out, so it's like I understand why.
I don't know.
You know, yeah, either way.
That's why one agreed, one disagreed.
Yeah.
Side out, 11-7.
11 serving 7. 4 points away from closing out this match. Solid play by Herrera.
Yeah, loose return for Mendez.
Yeah, loose return. And you know what? Herrera, like, you know, she's a #4 player in the world, you know, and she's solid. We saw her in that first game against Paola, like, really giving her fits. She's a solid player. You know, she has titles. She's won titles with Longoria and Mejia. Wow. She took
So
a
let me
shot.
ask you
Good
this, Freddie.
Good look, inside out.
Well, you can answer this in the chat box too. If you had to play mixed doubles or women's doubles, if you're watching on, and who would be the player on the LPRT that you would most want to play doubles with, giving you the best chance of winning? Not the most fun, competitively. Which player would you play with that would give you the best opportunity to win a match?
No, I mean, you know, goes without saying, I'd have to say Longoria, you know. Just a smart player overall, you know. And me, I don't play a lot of indoor, but, like, with her, I'd probably be more apt to kind of, like, take cues from her. And Mejia, she looks like she's a lot of fun to play with. You know, I'm all about having fun.
I know you are, but I said that's why I said it.
Yeah.
I know you're about having fun. I am too, but gives you the best chance to win.
Well, I'm not thinking I'm gonna lose with Mejia. She's a good player. You know. So, I mean, so for me, it's really rangy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you have a veteran who's on top of the rankings, and then you have Mejia who's, you know, young, you know, making her way, making waves. How about you?
It's hard to go against Salas. You don't forget, I'm a lefty, right? So I'm looking at who's going to play the right. Longoria typically plays the left. And
You know she's going to be the more dominant player of the two, right?
Of us. Yeah, she's going to boss me around, don't worry.
Yeah, just so you know. I don't know if I could deal with
Freddie,
that. I'm a little too much.
I've played with her. I've played with her. We made a great team. And hey, whatever it takes to win a match, Freddie.
You know what? I could defer, but I just, you know, just as long as you're aware that that's how it's going to be if you play with Salas.
We were on the court.
Okay.
It crushed everybody. Had nothing to do with me, I might say. Hey, Samantha, take it on your forehand. Good shot.
I got it.
But again, we talked about doubles yesterday. You know, best singles players don't always make the best doubles players.
No,
we talked
not
about
at all.
being a specialist doubles player. You mentioned Laime being somebody who really plays well in doubles.
Yeah.
And Herrera, I would, you know, best #4 in the world. I think some of that has to do with who she's having to play on the tour. Mejia. I think Mejia, for example, I'd love to see Mejia play Herrera. That'd be fascinating.
That would be fascinating. We just have a half out. Argentinians kind of hit each other, lost the serve there. Serving 7, serving 13, I think.
Yeah, it's a side out.
It's a side out now. Little off speed again.
14-7.
So here we go, match point.
Match point. First serve.
It's been all Mexico
All
tonight.
Mexico tonight.
Argentina have switched back and forth. Credit to them. They've tried different things.
Yeah.
Just hasn't worked.
Yeah. They're a little more worn than the front team, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's been a long day for Team Argentina. They were here
14-7.
at 9:30 for a team meeting, and they've been here all day.
Mejia's fresh, you know, changing the speeds, soft touching, hitting it when she needs to, puts it down, takes the match.
Fist pump from Mejia. She goes down the line. Mejia and Herrera advance to the final, but who will be joining them? Longoria Salas or Laime Rivera? Well, we got one more match coming up. Players got to warm up. We're going to be back in a few minutes. Freddie, thanks so much for joining me.
I might be Mac or maybe TJ, but stay tuned, peeps.
I'm Holly Scott, I'm 20 years old, and I'm from Seattle, Washington. I've been playing racquetball for about 15 years. My dad started because I didn't like the daycare at the gym, so I was very bored and I needed to go play racquetball. It's my calling. I love the LPRT. I get to travel, meet new people, work on my Spanish, and it's just a great experience and everyone should experience it. Reaching your dream foundation is really important to me because it helps me travel, to get experience, to do better. In racquetball and in life, they teach you to do things professionally, on and off the court. My goal is to be #1. Obviously, same with everybody. It's difficult, but with their help, I can work for it every single tournament and get better. Donations are greatly appreciated, no matter how big or small. It helps players like me reach our dream.